Yeah, maybe this will be a part 2. Something interrupted, hit the wrong button or what, but then it did. So, well, like I say, figure out how to edit this and add them together. This might be a part 2, but this is the other part. Why I gotta go around the fence. This is where I chop the bedding, and everything blows around to get this out here. That bottom wire is buried, and that's one of the hot wires. So I gotta get this all dug out, and should be good over here. Oh, this fence should be all right. I had fixed part of that last year. And this is just short stretches here. Usually no problems with this. But yeah, right there's the corner post I put in. I want to run wires from there down to that gate. And I was going to put a gate in between them 2 railroad ties. And then that way I can open up, chase the cows over in there, separate them back or whatever. So that's the plan, but like I said, right now is to get them out here, let them have this pasture. Now give the milk cows more room in the barn. It'll be easier to clean that barn. And the thing is, I might end up putting a bale feeder out here. This is the 24th of April, and there really ain't all that much grass, but we had frost last night. I say why I'm doing this stuff. There's no sense to get in a hurry to try to plant corn. Trees don't even have leaves on them yet. I mean, they're blossomed out, but trees ain't even really growing. So like I say, it's going to be at least good 2 weeks yet before I try to plant corn. I might, if I can get fertilizer bought here, I might plant some corn near the end of next week. Because we're supposed to be up in the 60s or 70s. I got some ground plowed. But like I said, my goal is to get this done, get the rest of that manure spread, and I should be plowing today, but like I say, I gotta do that maintenance on that tractor. And me riding around here with the 4-wheeler. Got the cows worked up. They're out there looking to go out. So yeah, it'll only take me about an hour or 2. Maybe 3 hours, depends how much I actually cut. Like I say, clean the fence off. There's just only maybe half dozen staples it looks like it needs. Make sure the fencer works. And then I don't know if anybody's noticed, but 4-wheeler's been idling here pretty good. There. Doesn't sound like it's idling that fast to me. But it's sitting there idling at 1100 RPM. Sounds like it's slower than that. But I can shift no problem. And it's idling. That's the only thing I can't figure out. And the only thing I can figure is because that one wire is broke. But like I say, it doesn't seem to make a difference. Like I say, it sits there and idles. That's my main concern. And the rest of the stuff registers right. I mean, even though it's blinking out all the time, the hour meter's still working, the odometer's still registering. So, I mean, it's just like having the check engine light come on your car. It's indicating something's wrong, but it's nothing dire really, but it's a nuisance to look at. But I gotta get back to this. I got the oil drained. I gotta pull the filters yet. I got the hydraulic filter for there. And I got this hydraulic filter over here, got to get changed. I'm not changing the fuel filter. I think I did them last fall or something. I mean, there ain't nothing, it's all red in there. I mean, there ain't no, all the major contaminants would settle out there first because it goes through here and then into this filter and then back out the injector pump. And like this is what would separate water and stuff out. So that ain't too much of shouldn't be too much of a problem to worry about right now. But yeah, I was able to get this stuff. Like I said, I got the engine oil, got a bucket of hydraulic oil, M3 filters. I ended up buying 4 new spreader paddles. Out of all them used ones, I mean, they didn't look, some of them had a crack or something. I expected some to break, but that one day I broke one the next day, and then the second or third day I was hauling manure, I broke 3 in one day. And I think there's only 4 missing. There might be 5 now. But I was spreading some stuff I probably shouldn't have been spreading, but I got to get rid of it anyhow. But I didn't expect it to do what it did to these. But I tell you, I'm probably going to put 3 of these on and then run one of these over the machine shop and see what they would charge to cut these out and go twice the thickness of the metal or something so they last longer. I cannot believe them are $46. And I mean, I had no choice. I mean, right now I got 2 missing right beside each other and it's just throwing a clump out. It's not even breaking it up. So I got to have the paddles. But I cannot see where there's $46 worth of machine. I mean, I know they just got a stamp that just chatters that out, punches them holes and chatters this around. Or maybe they already have the pattern and they just slam these out one shot. I don't know. I've toured the New Holland plant where they build balers and stuff down in New Holland, Pennsylvania. And I've seen punch presses and stuff they use, how they bang them out. But something like that, like I say, it might be a single press and just snap them right out. But yeah. That's $46. I bought 4 plow points too because I broke another one on the plow. I thought that's where I got them last year. And the points I got on the plow are Radex. But they never sold Radex, so now I don't know where the hell I got them. I might have got them up to the John Deere dealer in Clymer. But they said they've never heard of points being guaranteed not to break. These are whites. So I don't know where they picked these up. I mean, oh, Weiss. Yeah, W-I-E-S-E. Made in USA. I thought they said white. But these are Oliver 16-inch points. Now I know they said the one I had on the plow that's bent only broke this much off. And the one I had to replace the other day broke like that chunk off. So I mean, there was no point. The one that's broke there now is only this, and there's still enough of a point out the end that the frog on the plow is not digging into the ground, still hitting the point, so it's not desperate to change it. But they said they've never heard of anybody replacing them. I know years ago. Now we're talking 30 years ago. Or 20 years ago, even at least, the company called Temco, my dad used to buy them through and I used to get them, and they guaranteed them. I mean, we'd be nothing to take 3-4 back a year because we broke them. And another dealer around here sells Herschel, and they are hard-faced. It's supposed to last 3 to 4 times longer, and they cost more. I mean, they're like $40 or $50 a point. They weigh a lot more money, and they were guaranteed not to break. And I broke 3 of them one year. And I took them back and they looked at me and they said they've never had anybody break them. But I broke 3 of them. And like I said, I broke one, took it back, and then I broke 2 more. First one they did guarantee. Second one, oh, we'll have to talk to the company because this edge here was wore clear up to here, wore down more. They said they were too wore, they wouldn't warranty them. So I never bought any more of them. But like I said, I don't know why I break so many points. I know that's maybe something's not is catching on that plow. Like I said, bottoms are supposed to trip, but they don't trip as often as I think they should, which is good and bad. But like I say, that one I broke the other day when I hit that rock, it lifted the plows right up out of the ground where it should have tripped it. And I know the mechanism's all freed up because my plow's got what they call the cushion trip You got the automatic resets that when the big springs on them, you hit something, they kick back and they'll kick right back into the ground. The cushion trip, they'll trip back, but when I stop, I gotta stop, pick them up out of the ground, and the bottom will reset itself with just with gravity. And then the standard bottom, they do have a trip in them, but you gotta stop and back up. You kind of put the point on the ground, you back up and you roll it back in. And then there's, I don't know anybody around here that has them, but they do have plows with shear bolts on them too. But around here you'd shear too many pins. But so that's what I'm working on here today. So like I say, I guess this is going to be a part 2 because it's going to be way too long of a video and I don't have no way to edit shit out. But that's just a little bit what I'm working on today. So I guess I gotta get back at it, get this done. Like I said, I gotta clean barns and chop bedding here yet again today. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch up with you later.